Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to share my personal interview experience of NPCIL for the cycle 2025. In this video, I will share about what happened with me inside that room, the technical questions I faced, and the mistakes you should avoid. So, my interview was held on 14th of uh, June 2025, and NPCIL had arranged a pretty good breakfast and lunch for the candidate and their guardians. After heading that, we moved for the document verification, and it took almost 2 hours. And then we moved to the interview building. And after waiting for almost 1.5 hours, my name was called for the interview. I entered in the room, and there were 7 to 8 panelists, and my chair was right in front of them. There was a whiteboard behind my chair, and they expected me to use that. First, they asked me to choose a language preference, so I simply chose Hindi. And then they asked me why there was a gap after the graduation. I simply answered because I was preparing for the gate. So they said okay and move on. So they first told me to select three subjects within my syllabus so that they can ask the question from them. So I did not play safe. I selected purely core subject that was power system, power electronics, and electrical machine. So they threw first question to me. Explain synchronous generator and its working. I put some theory in front of them. Then they move to the induction motor. Uh, uh, Tell us something about the induction motor. I put some theory again in front of them. Then they smiled and sent me to the whiteboard and draw torque speed characteristic of the induction motor and point out the operating point and explain. And I drawed it and explained. And then they asked some more question related to that, and then moved to the next question. The next question was a puzzle type. Like they asked if there is a generator at Mumbai and there is a generator at Jammu and Kashmir of same rating, then which generator will perform better? I simple question, and I answered that Jammu and Kashmir will perform better. So they asked why. I simply answered sir because of the heating losses. Because the temperature at Jammu Kashmir will be low, so the heating losses will be on the lower side, so the efficiency will high. And they said why the how the temperature will affect the heating loss. Then I put some coefficient theory and all and explain it well. So they appreciate it and then move to the next question. And the next question was draw restricted earth fault protection and explain it. Because I studied it before the interview, so I well drawed it and explained it. So they also appreciate that. At that moment, I felt very happy because I thought my selection will be on the positive side. So that's why. And then they moved to the next question. The next question was they asked me to draw a schematic diagram of the measurement of power in the three-phase circuit. I was little bit confused. I did not explain it properly and did not draw it properly. So they said, okay, sit. And then they asked me something about power electronics. In power electronics, they catch up the only one topic. The topic was current distortion factor. They asked me what is the significance of current distortion factor, what parameters affect the CDF, and what is the ideal value of CDF, and if the CDF is on the lower side, what will be the effect of it, and more questions. And I answered it, and something I did not answer. So these are the questions I faced. and these question and the interview lasted for almost 45 to 50 minutes. And at the end they simply asked, if you have any question you may ask. Then I simply asked about the uh, feedback, their feedback. So they give some point and some positive feedback from their side, and some improvement so that I can improve myself. So now it's result time. However, when the result was came out, I got upset because I got only 62 marks out of 100, and the cutoff was 68. And after waiting list, the cutoff was 67. So I did not select in the NPCIL. Uh, that is the reality of the PSU selections. I did not selected in the NPCIL. So my advice to you, I have some advice and some point for the interview so that you can perform better. आपको क्या करना है, आपको 3 सब्जेक्ट पकड़ने हैं और वो 3 सब्जेक्ट अच्छे से रिवाइज करके रखने हैं, ताकि उनमें से कोई भी क्वेश्चन वो पूछे आप बता सको। लेकिन ये याद रखना, उन 3 सब्जेक्ट में एटलीस्ट एक सब्जेक्ट आपका कोर का होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन को उठाएँगे ही। अगर आप उनको 3 सब्जेक्ट बता दोगे कि नहीं मैं नेटवर्क थ्योरी, कंट्रोल सिस्टम और सिग्नल सिस्टम पढ़ के आया हूँ, तो वो नहीं मानेंगे। वो उसमें एक ना एक सब्जेक्ट अपना कोर ऐड करवाएँगे। तो इलेक्ट्रिकल मशीन को पक्का पढ़ के जाना, हो सके तो पावर सिस्टम और पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स को भी पढ़ लेना। ट्राई करना कि कोर सब्जेक्ट को ज़्यादा वैल्यू दे पाओ तुम वहाँ पे। तो यही था ओवरऑल जो भी मेरे साथ इंटरव्यू में हुआ था और जो भी इंटरव्यू में पूछा गया था। आपकी अगर कोई क्वेरी है आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं। ज़्यादा बड़ी बातें करनी है तो इंस्टा या लिंक्डइन पे मुझे मैसेज कर सकते हैं, और आपको अगली वीडियो किस टॉपिक पे चाहिए वो कमेंट में बता सकते हैं। मिलता हूँ आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय।